today. We can talk about the 2020 budget. It gets a theme. And the theme, according to the Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu-Safar, the theme for the 2020 financial year budget now fiscal policy for job creation and human capital development. Job creation, policy way for create job, and we all know, say from time the president always they talk about human capital. So now they say they want to develop that human capital day. The resource where we get, we the mortal man there, we the citizen there, na saloon. They want to build them up. In the way we then go create job also. I don't know if you be get opportunity that day for make you watch them live as everything be the unfold na the parliament building. Well, let me just take small from 98.1. Make we listen how things be unfold. Let me listen to this.
According to the Saloon law, the Minister of Finance, before the start of any fiscal year, for go present the government budget to Member of Parliament them, for make them go debate them. And this now one way they call the Appropriation Act, where they talk about how government plan for use money inside the next fiscal year. This make the Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu-Safar, Friday, November 8th this year, being go present this act to Parliament for the 2020 financial year.
Honorable members, the question is that the bill entitled the Appropriation Act 2020, being an act to authorize expenditure from the Consolidated Fund for the Services of Sierra Leone for the year 2020 and for other related matters, be read the first time. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Member them of Parliament, they accept the 2020 financial statement from the Minister of Finance, where it go present to the House of Parliament for make them go debate them with the theme Fiscal Policy for Job Creation and Human Capital Development. Jacob Jusu-Safar been quick for announce the government total budget for the year 2020.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the projected total budget resources for 2020 financial year processed through the Consolidated Revenue Fund will amount to 8.24 trillion, comprising domestic revenue 6.47 trillion, budget support of 1 trillion, and domestic financing 873.9 billion. The other categories of resources comprising projected loans and project grants to be disbursed by development partners to the commercial banks, and in some cases, the Bank of Salem for the financing project in various sectors are projected at 1.08 trillion. On the basis of the expected increase in economic activities and revenue mobilization measures highlighted earlier in this statement, domestic revenue is projected to increase to 6.47 trillion. Total expenditure and net lending for 2020 will amount to 9.37 trillion. Of this, recurrent expenditure will amount to 6.48 trillion. And capital expenditure net lending 2.7 trillion, 6.6% of GDP. Foreign finance capital expenditure are projected at 1.81 trillion. Domestic funded projects at 1.1 trillion.
As the projected government wage bill now over 3 trillion loans for 2020 compared to the over 2 trillion loans government projected wage bill show say then go spend more inside the year 2020 compared to other year them. According to Jacob Jusu-Safar, now because government want increase minimum wage from 500,000 loans to 600,000 loans, increase teacher salary by 30% starting from April next year, pull tax on travel expenses and other thing them.
The government wage bills is projected to increase to 3.17 trillion in 2020 from 2.59 trillion in 2019. The increase of 586.6 billion will cover the wage bill of the university and colleges, bringing into the payroll 5,000 teachers, 3,000 health workers, and 1,000 police officers in 2020. Further, the improvement in conditions of service of health workers Salaries of teachers will be increased by 30% to support human capital development. This will be effective April 2020. To improve the living conditions of low-income earners, the government is increasing minimum wage from 500,000 to 600,000 per month.
Youth in farming, skill training for disabled, road construction, improve electricity supply, and other things them according to Jacob Jesus Afar. They part of government plan for the year 2020. We all this according to Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, the acting opposition leader na parliament, say promise na one thing and the implementation na other one. We in think say don't be the problem for na saloon over the past year them.
Well, all we can say now is that the budget was well structured, well presented, and it raised the issues we normally one can raise, both for fiscal and monetary policies. Well, now what we wait is the implementation of this program, because we know say in this country once in a while we can see very good policies presented to the public, but at the same time they never implement them to the satisfaction of the public.
As the focus for the 2020 budget, now fiscal consolidation for job creation and human capital development. The leader for the National Grand Coalition Party in Parliament, Honorable Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela, concerned about this.
One still begins to wonder, whether in fact there will be enough left to invest in bread and butter. We have to go deeper into these things. What is the regional distribution? How is the recruitment being done? How transparent is it? Is it just jobs for the boys? These are numbers we're hearing. How much of that has been done? How much ghost workers have been removed? Debt is increasing. He admitted that debt is increasing. When you keep the structures the same, your expenditure might be the same or in fact increase. In economics, it's not just the number now. It is the trend. That's what we want. So in terms of expenditures, in terms of wage bill, the trend is still the same as the last 10 years. That hasn't changed.
But according to Honorable Member of Parliament for Constituency 132, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte, say the 2020 budget shows say government mean business for the people of Saloon.
When President Bio take up, we think say it's all doom and gloom for Sierra Leone. But the time for point finger, the time for make blame game don't pass. Now the time for turn the country around and move the country forward. And the budget show a clear signs in moving the country forward. And the removal of all aviation charges today in this budget shows say President Bio ready for encourage tourism for following this country. The reduction in taxes. So the term don't reach for we should say job creation as per the theme of the budget, fiscal consolidation for job creation and human capital development. Should say there is an intention, desperation to create jobs in all sectors. So I think overall the budget is a good budget.
As the 2020 budget gave a go through different process and debates in Parliament, Radio Democracy will continue for bringing an update on things that will happen for SECA the 2020 budget, with support from Princess Pias. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
One for tell Musa S. Kamara, thank you, from Radio Democracy and the Management Day. You don't hear. I don't know if you be able to listen, because the kind way JJ Safa be the run, I don't know if you be able to pick some things then they. I don't know if you don't get opportunity for make you go through the budget yourself. Pick certain side and day. Make you read and make you make up waiting then they talk about. I don't know if you be able for do them. It's nice, for make, not for waiting and tell me no more, but to make yourself go through them. There is a soft copy on our website. If you go there, you go find the soft copy there, where you able for read them word by word as they learn at the table. Okay, we do waiting Radio Democracy piece together. Well, let we check na the NGC camp. Let we hear waiting Kande Yumkela talk about this particular 2020 budget. Right after him, you get the Chief Minister himself waiting in say because he be then day we KKY they talk. So himself be get for reply to waiting KKY say. Let me listen to this conversation, yeah? Listen to this.
You've had the minister present the appropriation bill for the year 2020. and he spoke about human capital development and job creation. What's your assessment generally?
Well, I still have to examine the document. Like you, we have all received it. First impression is that, I was trying to make notes as the minister spoke. I just worry that I see a tendency of increased revenue collection and increased expenditures. I noticed, for example, that the wage bill will not go down. The wage bill will go from 2.5 trillion in 2019 to 2.75 2020 and projected to be 3.46 2022. We repeatedly hear the minister each time he comes telling us that they have to contain the wage bill. But I don't see a move in that direction yet. I see some relief, an attempt to give some relief to the business community. We have to examine the numbers properly. So it's some food for thought, but I don't see enough of expenditure control and reducing the size of government. I don't see that.
Do you think this is a budget that will address the bread and butter issue that the minister spoke about? He said this is a bread and butter budget. Do you think so?
The jury is out on that. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how much it is a bread and butter budget yet. We have to examine the numbers now. He's made some indication they will try to contain inflation going forward. He admits that inflation has been very high. At one point in 2018, it was at 19%. According to him, they think they have reduced it to about 14%. They're 15% now, and they want to take it down to 14%. Still high. So I'm not sure this is entirely a bread and butter budget yet. I have to look at the numbers closely.
You were talking about a burden on the wage bill. Yesterday, the president just announced some new appointments, new ministries, new deputies, new ambassadors as well. What's your position on that, especially when the party campaigned on addressing wage bill, a bloated government? What's your position?
The government is still bloated and it is still expanding. So I believe then the government is not keeping its promise about containing the size of government. The size of government is increasing. The minister mentioned the problems they're having with the state-owned enterprises. He stated that here. Well, we warned them about that a year and a half, 2 years ago. I don't see enough measures to rationalize those institutions. Being on the appointments committee, I see more appointments to those boards and those agencies. So what I hear is not exactly what is happening in practice. I don't see a real effort to reduce the size of government yet. I don't see it from what I've heard. We'll take a look at the numbers. So I think on that score, the government is still increasing the size of the government payroll, the size of government. I heard some numbers about 5,000 teachers, 1,000 servicemen and so on. Even those we want to go a little deeper. You know, how was that hiring done? What is the distribution across the country? There are a lot of questions. So since the government has done 18 months, we not in government have an opportunity now to really go deeper and check. What we also want to see, how consistent is this budget with the National Development Plan? We had been promised that all of these programs now will be aligned with the National Development Plan. So there are a lot of questions we have, and we'll be taking a close look at this budget.
Are you hopeful that the current state of the economy will get better, the economy will be revived? The minister was talking about increase of teacher salaries, a minimum wage, and reviving the mining sector. Are you hopeful that things will get better?
He was also quick to list the risks, and he mentioned global slowdown. He mentioned that if they can't contain, he talked about exchange rate risk. If they can't contain it, a lot of their projections will not work. He mentioned now that the government will establish an investment board to be chaired by Mr. President. I guess it's a modification of the idea we provided for them to have a council of economic advisors. Maybe that's a good step Mr. President is taking, depending on who is there. If he puts praise singers there, we'll have business as usual. So, as I say, there are a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions as we go forward. We will be examining this very closely now. The government has done 18 months, almost 2 years in governance. It is legitimate now that we ask the question, what is our direction? What are the trends? We're watching the trends. The trends I gave you now on the wage bill, from 2.5 trillion to 3.46 trillion by 2022, tells me I see a trend in the old direction with the size of government. So there is no change in direction there yet. So we'll be looking at it.
Finally,
I'm waving to the Chief Minister.
Okay.
See you, my brother.
In 2018, finally, you talk about rankonomics. How will you describe this economy?
Yes, sir.
How will you describe this economy present?
Well, there is a major difference. The effort to fight corruption, I see, is significant. So that aspect of the effort to fight corruption is significant. So that aspect of rankeism is moving away, we hope. But there are other aspects that have not changed yet structurally.
Okay, thanks very much, Honorable Kande. Mr. Chief Minister, welcome to AY Visa.
Thank you.
Okay, so you've been part of this, and the finance minister specifically mentioned you and commended you for the support you've been given. But generally, what do you make of the 2020 budget announced today or presented today by the finance minister? It speaks to creating jobs and also fiscal discipline.
But those are the two important imperatives. One is about creating jobs, and we know that the mining sector for itself is not making significant contribution as of now. But what the finance minister has outlined is a clear roadmap to creating more than 5,000 to 10,000 jobs in the coming months. That is important. The second aspect is the fiscal discipline. It shows that this is a responsible government in the sense that it's able to manage its resources well, but more so the area of domestic revenue mobilization, from where we were in 2017 to where we are as of now, 13% of GDP. That in itself is a significant contribution. That is important in terms of restoring external partners' confidence in the credibility and prudence of this government itself. But what is important about this budget today, I have to say, is the bread and butter budget.
So how does it address the bread and butter issue?
Two key areas. One, job creation. When you create jobs for people, you make sure that you give them self-actualization. They have salaries, they get empowered, they are able to contribute to the economy. But that is important, job creation. The second aspect is really about investment in the public sector itself. When you create that opportunity to invest in the public sector and creating new jobs, but also investing in public infrastructure, they are able to create complementarity for the expansion of the economy itself. It has been a difficult process, but this budget will get us through to the next round, and I'm very confident about that.
Finally, just yesterday we saw the President announce a new cabinet position, adding new ministers and deputy ministers and new embassies. Honorable Kande Yunkela was just talking about a bloated government, which the government now condemned when they were in opposition. How is that justifiable, having more people in government and more pressure on the wage bill?
It is about delivery. Honorable Yunkela, with all due respect, he is not vast in governance to the extent of my ability of understanding some of the key issues. You know, when we came in, the president was very clear that he wanted a lean, efficient government that is cost effective. But at the same time, if we are faced with delivery challenges, you have to begin to consider what new areas you can bring in. So this is a moderate, prudent expansion of the staffing capacity of the government to be able to deliver competently. We are struggling, for example, in the Ministry of Finance, where we have one minister and one deputy. And it's not uncommon to have in that particular ministry two ministries. In the health sector, we have one minister and one deputy minister. That has created huge delivery challenges. So the president, in his wisdom, has decided to expand the scope and competence so that we deliver for the people. That is important. It is not about a bloated economy. Everything is costed, by the way.
Finally, I want to ask this. Are you satisfied with the present state of the economy?
we've made significant progress. I think we can do more. And with this budget and the stimulus that is coming in externally, but also the prudent and efficient management of the economy by a very capable and outstanding finance minister, I think we can make headway. But there are still additional areas of improvement. One, when we crack the mining sector will begin to make significant contribution. The agricultural sector, the diversification in other areas, but most importantly, domestic revenue mobilization, which is the flagship and also a key success story of this government, the National Revenue Authority, will be able then to bankroll the 21% of national budget to education, the 10% allocation to agriculture, the 8% allocation to health service delivery. We can do it. This country is going to get better under the leadership of His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada Bio.
Finally, I want your opinion on the mining sector. Should we expect soon new companies to start operating? We know the government cancelled 2 mining licenses of Shandong and SL Mining. What the prospect of operation starting soon?
Well, it's the process of cleaning up the mining sector. We inherited a very bad situation where the mining sector has not been making any significant contribution. And most of the contracts were not in the interest of the people of this country. So the president, after a careful review and consultation, has said, well, let's try to review and clean up the mining sector to achieve only one purpose, so that the mining sector is able to pay for service delivery and benefit the people of this country. So we are hopeful that we will get it right. We'll engage with the mining sectors and the investors. We'll make sure that we get things right. And in the next 3 to 6 months, we will see important development, whereby Sierra Leone, for the first time, will not be suffering from the resource costs, but it will be a blessing where the ordinary people of this country will begin to benefit from the diamond, the gold, and the strategic mineral resources. And importantly, the president's view is that it's value addition. Now we are going to focus on not just extracting the mineral resources and exporting them and importing food items, which has not been helpful to this country. So the president has said, let's focus now on value addition, beneficiation in the country, whereby any mining sector or any mining company is required, if they're involved in bauxite, they establish a processing plant right in this country. It creates jobs, it expands the potential of the economy. That is the way forward. This is the new direction governance of the mining sector for the benefits of the people.
Thanks very much, Chief Minister.
You know, Chief Minister, we want to tell AYV thank you for that particular clip there. You're waiting Chief Minister say no to so. I don't know if you be hearing that side where you make reference to KKY. We say not to disrespect, but KKY no sabi or no vast into governance like how in sabi. You hear that side there? Okay, na KKY first talk and he be there around the area. If you watch the video, he be there around the area. Then when they ask him, he talk that I hope say KKY go get time for reply and back. So that thing they will make an even. Let me hear what KKY go say. But that's not what the Chief Minister say. I be get time for watch the budget. Na 98 pages. I go through them. And I pick the side and when me feel say I want lay na table. You don't hear waiting all the way I don't talk. When you want call, maybe you self be watch. You pick waiting you want to talk about, then because it's open, it's vast. Just like how Chief Minister say, it's vast, baby. We won't understand how just all usai we all. I want to talk about usai na paragraph 212. We talk about improving water supply. We all know how we don't grumble about water. We see this last cabinet reshuffle, the water resource minister, he don't go, new one don't come. But when I hear or watch the numbers them, let me listen this. Improving water supply. An amount of 11.3 billion leones is allocated from the recurrent budget to the Ministry of Water Resources, of which 5.2 billion leones as grant to Salwako and 2.1 billion leones to the Water Resources Management Agency. Out of that 11.3 billion, Salwako get as a grant 5.2 billion. Now they get forget, because we don't want, when 2020 finish back just now, we still cry back for water business with all the money. But again, it get for go through parliament, and parliament now get for say yes or no. But let we just listen the numbers them where JJ Safa lay na table. An amount of 21 billion leones is allocated from the domestic capital budget to Salwako to finance the completion of water supply project in all districts. How much are the money? 21 billion leones. Now then get for give Salwako for make them go able for complete water supply na all districts. And also construction of solar powered boreholes in 14 districts. Construction of water supply system in both municipality and construction of industrial boreholes in urban areas. The procurement and installation of meters, billing software, and laboratory equipment, all and they get for sum up to 6 billion. We then go allocate to National Water Resources Management Agency. Out of here, how much agency they do we concerning with water no more? We up to date. We still struggle for water. We are Salwako. We are Water Resource Management Agency. Again, we do National Water Resource Management Agency. Then get Water Resource Management. Don't again National Water Resource Agency. 3 billion is allocated to Guma. Not left Guma or Guma back long inside. 3 billion and then go Guma Valley Water Company for the emergency water supply project in Western area. The development partners then go include the African Development Bank, World Bank, DFID, Kuwait Fund, Saudi Fund, where then go disburse in total 253 billion leones. You pay attention on the numbers. Let us say now this na paragraph 214, because then they only that one the parliament not go able all, because now waiting the partner then they get for give. We go come with 253 billion leones for the implementation of various water projects by Guma and Salwako. Government counterpart contribution to this project will amount to 34.7 billion leones. You know here, with all the numbers you would here. Come 2020, within the 2021 budget, we go here back still water no this alone. Who that they check if them money been go or they not go, or na for just say because when the finance minister be the read the budget in our parliament, we hear a lot of noise, a lot of clap, a lot of Allah, a lot of singing, a lot of praises. Is it for just that purpose? Who that they scrutinize them and say yes? At the end of the day, we want for see say all the wire come to pass. Only on the one day they talk, that's fine. Water is life. If inside Salon we are surrounded, the way we surround, we're not able to provide for ourselves water. we still depend on boreholes. With all the money, and they say the development partners, them, the money we then get for put now 253 billion leons. Then the development partners then get for put. And the government own we go can add then at 34.7 billion. At the end of the day, we go still cry for water. Mama they became 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock morning for go fend water. And we're talking about the city. Where who side and say then they disburse money for make water supply go there now the entire the entire country. Now make I say me, na that water side, na catch me. Because the side where we connect with the diaspora and the side where we connect, that ticket side, that GST where they say then go pull. Again, now then tell me back say they already don't pull 32%. When we not see is for talking a one, but now the implementation and make we for benefits, make we get them. All these numbers, all these things, they're beautiful. But if we know they feel the effect of waiting and they talk, now the question mark come in. Now because who side the bottleneck, who side the breakage day, we make the effect where the layman for feel, they feel them. After then, we say them pull 32%. This year, I don't know for you, but you go find out say tickets expensive for go salon for the festive season. Yeah, some man go tell you say, oh yeah, yes. Last year, I wait till October and I buy me ticket. 2018, I buy ticket October for December. This year, October. Check the price of ticket. Before I say now, don't count to November. And then they don't tell you say they don't pull 32%. So now, Uda they check for say yes. If we don't pull for una say for pull for people them. Make I open the phone line. Yes, caller, you dey live on here. You name and who side the call from?
I mean, Jallo from Germany.
Yes, Jallo from Germany. You get the platform.
They got help with people concerning this ticket business. You understand? This ticket business, they don't pull 30%. Me, I'm not sure saying at school. You understand? Because the tickets were booked for, I just booked last week for April. You understand? I booked for April, it cost me €670. So if I book inside March, for mid of April, I get €1,400. So inside them pull 30% for that. So then they made them try out the reality to we. You understand? And secondly, concerning this WhatsApp business, the fet for us alone, we government get for thing about the future. The future, that they picking them. The young one, they we the youth them. The government for try for invest money, how do you call them? Apprenticeship. This institution have been talking about it from the beginning. We need this thing. If we know to that, we just spend money no more. Then billions the way they cost are confused. Me they say $1 billion and $1 billion and $1 million. And so many check on. You understand? Because if we not get this here, let we spend how many billions of dollars, millions per any project where they want to make another country. And so the money they go bumping, the money they go out. Other people they go, the money they rotate inside we own country. For instance, Germany, anything where they do, the money inside they rotate. And then they go out because they get people there where they work, they pay tax. That tax and then they take back, they do other project with. And why is we, if we want to do anything, first we go out in other country, we go take people there, experts there, they can work. So all this thing where they are in a parliament, the most important thing where they for put attention upon the future. The future is Bildung. Jamama call them Bildung. This education for make them see how they try for a light, electrician, Ugoma Valley, all that stuff and education. The government need for buy instrument them put on the country. All mankind idea. Then the way Paul Rwanda they do so me water. Rwanda go be the first country in Africa. We go be the first industry country in Africa. Rwanda. AAA mark this today. And they follow that project at that country. The same education when they get at that country, then they get at Germany. Yeah. The same education they get at that country, then they get at Belgium, Holland, France, America.
Okay.
Japan. So the government also for go and put that billion. They go for water no more. For 19 Jubilee, now water no more. What will be small? What will be small? What will go play ball? What will they come? Water then at the free throw, like say water no they done. But for more them misuse that water, that 2006 World Cup, what they misuse that salon water, what they sell na Germany, and salon water fuck up.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
God go fire them next world.
All right, thank you very much, Jalo. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, this is Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get the platform, sir.
I mean, we all pray for Sierra Leone for let the budget reflect on the common man. Not all the number they were they call. Yes, it sounds good. You there and as a poor man or a common man where they try for survive, to take care of your family, they read the big numbers they have. It confuse you because they reflect now your life. They reflect that you begin a life or even a family life. You therefore go struggle and work hard for let get bread and butter for let support your family. So what you may suggest if the government let the budget reflect on the people coming next year, starting on this December or this November, let begin to reflect on people's life. Let it reflect on people's life. If we see back in history from APC time in the 80s, Papa Sheke in strategy they were made the time of some of them they're good, some of them not bad, they're not good. But people that may be content of the little where they may get. People that may content of small where they get, they go happy, they celebrate. They don't say this person it goes in the suffer them because they will get in daily bread. So the government left for try. The budget sounds good. You charge based on the water company. The water, all the number there, how many things that they do. Upline. Because when they talk about water self now, they not consider upline. When you don't pass water, forget it. Forget about water business. Most of the districts, they're all Nasalo. Some of them are water they depend on. I remember 1985 when water cut na kono. During cacao show, I come up free to go kono. That's when they just hand over power give more. The water when we run a kono. The water works na kono. Now they begin to bust. They say diamond don't come on it. The bust water works the big diamond, the amount of diamond we commander 30 days. That history that place there. Water stop for run that district there. Take other places there. Some of them are water. So if they do this, they don't afford, give them company their amount of money. Then it sounds good. They therefore put a monitor people the way they monitor, audit these people and see. Because Salo, if you come, let's say it's not a city, now just 6 months, then we need to pump where they run. Because after 6 months, when the city come, we don't get enough water, we don't get water crashes. But after releasing that 6 months, until the government not going to provide good quality water for people to let it drink. Remember back in the days, we get street pumping all over the city, even up to Upline. But now all until they know they get. You mentioned back something about the ticket. That ticket side, a lot of pray. Even if they don't cut the taxes from the airlines, the competition not there. Not to compare like Ghana. Ghana, they get over 7 top airlines that where they land at that country. Over top 7. Where the competition there among who's like Delta Airlines, KLM, Lufthansa, United, you know? You get SM Brussels, you get all the top airlines that where the competition they run among the airlines. So the finance the ticket price, if Delta they sell round trip $800, come on. You go to the other side. You get the same thing for $600. It's just that I left for read the clause. Because some of the shopping ticket, the way they shop now airlines, now travel agency, if you don't read the clause, they educate you. Because when you see this flight, they're not even rebook you unless you buy new ticket. You know? So the airlines, if Sierra Leone, they will bring the competition with the airlines. No KLM don't even back out of Freetown. It's not Air France, SM Brussels, with Morocco Airlines. Which one again? Kenya Airways. And that is turn up for Macra in the wrong. Now, which one again? Maybe Turkish Airlines. Again, all that South Africa Airlines, SM not even go salon. You see? So they therefore bring the competition, the market rate. When you get competition, you see ticket price will go up. Even if the government cuts all the taxes, if you get 1 or 2 airlines, because you don't get option. You know, you want to come to America, you don't get option. The only option is not fly with SM Brussels or Air France. Or you get, if you want to get 3 hours, let me say 24 hours level by fly with Air Morocco. Where it's a little bit cheaper.
I not cut you there, Patrick. When KLM begin go salon, when they begin go back, yeah, I no say I get some na share network. They make a complaint say, the always to be they talk about the landing fee and all these charges was too much. When they just start, they complained. They complain, say it been too much, and after that, so me not surprised when I see they stop for go back because they complained and nothing not be come out there, then they stop. Well, now maybe if they put down, then I don't know.
The thing is to play the marketing, the attraction. Look, British Airways. Come on, people, we don't call on it there. After Ebola, when they stop, they're not even think safety. Then they go back. They're not even convinced that people there. If they're able to convince British Airways to come back, believe me, the other airlines, they go to step Koyobu. You never look for British Airways when we all calling say, dear, but when I able to come back, now we improve. The president don't go London how many times now? You know, we even start deal with them top that airlines. Take today. You want to wait in London, if they don't go fly, go SM Brussels or go Morocco, go Freetown. Up to now, they're not able to go get the British Airways back. I don't work for the airlines. I don't work for American Airlines. I don't work on the ramp. I know how these things work. How it work. Where you get good marketing, you able to attract big airlines there. Big airlines. All you need to do, just tell us so and so and so. Go try to deal with them. You know, but as I say, I don't take enough time.
All right, thank you very much, Patrick.
Pray, let God open that country. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who's the call from?
Hello, my name is Nagugia. The call from Norway.
Yes, you get the platform.
Yes, so Triple my young contribution, like where this last caller say, I really want to accept it and support him, like what he say, because I want to start first now this ticket I soon. Like we talk about, yes, the land is feel too expensive, but the competition really for Sierra Leone really poor now we country. The competition not too great, that kind with it. So now they make all the tell on we. So like if we look and say, even if them put the landing field, them pull the percentage, but how the competition they compared to another country then, because we get friends then where we all can discuss, we see when they buy tickets next to nothing. So man they buy tickets, where they say buy now we 5 they buy tickets. We own money they buy tickets for them 5 or them 6 for going to the country. We now one person money to we really competition not really dey. And secondly for this 2020 budget here so and like we don't listen the interview. For me, I look one support within KKYC. I want support them, but we not go still lose up on them. We just get for patients back and wait because like how they talk on the bread and butter issue where we say them for be able to fix immediately. We look at and say we urgent and not possible for this year. We're not 2019. But in order fight again, God give you long life for everybody. People and they don't start the year and I don't need it done. So in order fight again, we hope normal in place 2020 it will reflect by the people because it really not easy because we don't see all the money where they don't call, all them see where they want to do. The plan is fine. But like all can talk and the implement and I can look poor. But we not go lose because they still learn our power. We just get for wait, stay them 5 years done and see what they're able to do. Although it's not easy, but people then just get for patience no more. But like we talk no more. 2020, if they pass this thing, it succeed and spend all the money then they, we also able to see we country for go another stage. Because it's all in spending, so it will not see nothing back, it not go be tell well. But we hope and pray for the good, for the better, eh? Okay, people, in our own contribution, this will not get nothing for see unless we wait till 2020 and see back. Now from there we will be able to come back. For now, we hope and pray, may God give you all long life, everybody, for see what thing for happen. Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you very much. We'll get to. Thank you. Yes, call ID live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Well, this time Mustafa they call from France.
Yes, Mustafa, you get the platform.
Me wanna let God bless you, let God bless everybody who will take part for the program. But the problem is for put ticket price down na salon per flight. I see and say it hard. Because one, how many of Sierra Leoneans where they travel? How many Sierra Leoneans where they do business? When I say business, big business people. We were then at the diaspora ourselves. How many of who were they go home every December? It hard. We know, and if for no say flight, then say they pay license and they pay other things, they expensive. You understand? So if they say power pass, you get for go salon, it they cost them much. We know populate that kind populate for say would they able to make competition then a salon per flight. And not possible because we know about who they travel. You see? Anyway, this is my own piece of contribution for this program today.
All right, thank you very much, Mustafa. Thank you. Regarding what Mustafa say, I don't fly a couple of times go salon, and I don't ever take flights we not full. I don't ever take flights we not full. Like una they come out from either Brussels or Paris or Amsterdam, where be say you get chance for change seat as you like. I don't know if other person don't fortunate for get them, but for me, I not ever take flight way no full way me they go salon. I don't have a couple of times. Make a call this caller. Yes, caller. You name and who side the call from, please?
This is Janet Masamusa. I'm calling from London.
You get the platform, Janet.
Yes. I just want to really talk about the bread and butter issues because, now this was also the president's being focused on when the campaign in 2018. So when we talk about bread and butter issues, we're talking about issues really affect the ordinary people in life, not alone. From employment to putting food on the table, a hospital and other things that anything that affect your life, water, electricity, in terms of business, All of these things when you look at, you find out, say, we are still struggling. So that previous caller, if they go back into our history, for tell we say, we had all these things in place in Sierra Leone. What really happened? When we look at a country like Rwanda, then go through war like we, they're not rebuilding country. How did they do this? Why can't we look at the model and say, you know what, we can go out there? Because the last time they understand, say, ministers that become salon, then go around that whole season of things, and they go Ghana, and I was impressed by that. Because what they do there is, then they go land waiting identity where they go. And bring their information, they come back into it and build this country. Now we have party business now. We are thinking like ordinary Sierra Leoneans who have the right to live a life with dignity. Because we're seeing it happening now. Everybody will go salon where they can and get a story about that country. For me, what is most heart-rending, is the idea that we young people in the drop and die. Nobody is speaking about this. And I had a doctor say to me, Danny, malnutrition is underneath all of this. You get small sickness will never kill you, But there are people, even on this thread, who just attacking focus and look at national interest. We are speaking of dignity as national interest. I don't want to go too far because of it. People don't understand how bread and butter issues affect this life for the meal. You not get food, you know what you are good as dead. I hope so with people and go focus within the Western world. We just see how if you not get a job. There are systems put in place for support life, for human dignity. I think if I come to say one day, those are the things I want to fight for. Services that will support human dignity. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Janet. Thank you. Make I just go through some text them we don't come in from Facebook. Judge Kamaya says, "See competition and it drive down the price in all economy. He say a simple like I did drink water. He say na the state. He use for take hour for make you go get hours for make you go get taxi for go na airport. He say but when Uber don't come, he say taxi. He almost they they again. He say because all the boil down to the competition." We also get Queen Awa. He say, now the implementation, he say, now the issue now we country. Say the government for taking priorities them step by step. He say, but with the bet too much. He say, they see Usai with the charm, all anything the way they bet. He say the government need for focus, forget a focus point, and set them priorities them. And Guluseni say, he don't watch, he don't listen, and he don't conclude about this particular 2020 budget. Say he good. He said, to your opinion, the people of Salon go benefit, and no more, they no go struggle, like how them be the struggle again. Yes, caller, your name and who call from, please?
Yeah, it's Tripoli and I'm Nima Brahman. I call from London.
Yes, Abdulrahman, you get the platform.
Yeah, Tripoli, thank you very much for giving me the forum. What you for a politician and need for do na tongue, na Salon in particular, or for just for the begin for respect the opponents there, your opposition there. You for respect the company politician. Look what the chief minister they talk about KKY. KKY was a minister of trade in that country there before trade. This chief minister can be chief minister now. Yesterday the same thing the minister of information do. They call Masala and say you don't know what civil society they talk about. How the country go before anybody will get power and they take and say now I know everything. Anybody will take power. And they take and say, "Now you know everything." In company, they don't know nothing. It's terrible. How we go work together for no pull on all the forces there. We go make let the country grow. KKY don't left for good job now. Instead don't left for good job now. They all two don't go for go help the country. And they say KKY don't know what's in our governance. when the man is inside parliament. The man also part of governance when the man is a parliamentarian. The man was a minister. The man no work in the United Nations. The man no did development, agriculture. You say the man no know about governance. It's not nice. It's not nice. The same thing with Lima. The same thing with the Minister of Finance. The same thing with the Minister of Information yesterday. These people have to learn to respect their opponents. Let's stop the blame game. The water business, there is so much water. Where are the rain season? The water the way start. They say, look how rain they can right now. No way we build big dam sets. Now the area outside they so what dam day before they go make a big one for letting they collect the water, let they harvest the water. You know, it's pathetic. Why carry all them big money down and they talk about and they say, but where you go now the ground? It's not showing. People in they come to you, they say, can I work for you for free? Just for let they able to eat. They say, Brano pay we. We tell them for let they cook. We don't say you man you cook for every day. For no eat, I let you no pay we. The suffering is too much in the country. We hope say the bill, the 2020 bill and all it so it go reflect so go back, go see different are the people in life. But to be honest, this is nothing to do with politics. I haven't seen any difference between the previous administration, this administration, they are the same, one and the same. We need to think out of the box. We need to bring somebody only into governance, no rule that country. But I'm disappointed with APC as well as SLPP. They are all disappointed. I'm very disappointed with both of them. Thank you very much, KKY, for the forum.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
Yes, caller, ID live on your name side the call from?
Hello, Triple. My name is Kuroma. I call from the United States.
You get a platform, sir.
Yeah. To start with, I see this caller look upset because of Chief Minister in commentary in made to KKY. But to be honest with you, KKY, they expect for governance alone, next election. So, no matter, if even this current regime, they do the best, it will still get what for say. But one thing with me answer, the fellow Sierra Leoneans, and, at times, it's not all about, crying somebody down, like completely. These governments, anyhow, will watch them and they try. The only issue when they get to them, the education for sure wouldn't take for being number one. Then they is very, 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 very important for the nation. It just happens, say, maybe now after them 15, 20 years, now in will begin getting returns. Somebody who is hungry, if even in plan say, the recipe and dry, it will be impatient. I wish, that before some the other way around, they make full security and priority. But can you imagine this country, this regime can talk and go, talk and come, it's like exportation not take place at all. If ever maybe this thing that. All the money, I don't close. At the end of the day, like just this local, income, now they operate within and see what they do. Of course, the budget for next year, that may look surprising. When they talk, say, a big, where we all talk, say, a big, money globally. We never see, any country reduce in budget. As year they go by, they almost always they grow big. And above all, of course, we'll talk, say, the government, they big, the government, they big. But now we see when they cry again, for unemployment in that country. Then ministers or whatever, yes, people will say, that they're party members. But the fact means they are Sierra Leoneans. And once you answer, even KKY, it's a set up. From where people are, the corruption, we know, say, die 100%. But everybody say, from where they can give you, any major, corruption, we don't happen. So at times, it's not all about, crying them down, completely. No, remember, within a death, then they try. Then I just me your input. Thank you very much, AAA.
Thank you very much, Kuroma. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, your name and who the call from?
Hello, AAA. This is Adama, the call from Columbus.
Yes, Adama, you get a platform.
Yeah, I just want for first of all, what did the previous caller call and say about respect to one another. And that is so run as alone. Like, you know, just like what the guy said, that when you kind of power, you feel like you all be doing no meaning, it's like you know it all. Yeah, we all know, just like I said, the previous we're going to be talking, like we know, say, okay, the previous party, they make their own lapses, but you know, this current party, they complain too much. And the people that they struggle, the more they complain, not even help. Because the people that they struggle, and I know, like, they don't make a budget for 2020. Who would they pray that all that come to pass? That the bad people are not involved into at the end of the day just become a mere word. Let it become like an action, because that's what we want to see. And because this same disrespect where they happen among the leaders, then it affects the commoners too. Like, nobody not got respect for nobody. Everybody, they feel they're the best and you know it all. So that respect is very important among yourself. And now we respect other person's opinion, just like when you always talk as in at the platform, say, the other person might dig for you and he said might dig for the other person. So now we show respect. So now I know me just want for give as new contribution this evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Adama. Thank you. Yes, caller, your name and who side the call from, please?
Hello, how are you, sir?
Good. Your name and who side the call from?
Your name Musa, the call from
Musa, your background look noisy.
Yeah, you did get me now?
Yes, I did get you. What you are laying at the platform?
What are they laying at the platform, brother? Just like quoting them people had to say. Me are the big Sierra Leoneans, a lot of patience. Now patience with this government. Will they talk all kinds of things? We don't talk all kinds of things. But now we know say Rome was not built in a day. This country now reformed the reform, and then at the first thing for try for understand. The impatience now don't cause all this problem. The body, the government want to take this, they want to take this for satisfy people and together because they see say people too eager for what they want. And if that be the case, we will do that country get for crumble. No patience to the government, let it do what it get for doing 5 years mandate, then people are get. But with the impatient, the people them too much. Small things go happen, people then go take and be, they begin talk about that thing there. So no, really patient. I really get boku for say, but no say you choke up and other people and they for see. The only thing we made is say low patient to this government. Do you Sierra Leoneans a low beer? It go fine. When they see light at the end of the tunnel. See, everybody they talk to you on a social along with they too impatient. Development they can 1 minute. You know they can 1 day, you know they can 2 days, you know they can 1 year, you know they can 2 years, you know they can 3 years. No, just patient with this government. We all know say things are hard in that country, but things not ever fine in that country. We all as a little born adult men. Ever since we were born from 1980s now till they can never meet sweetness na salon. All ten are gumbo. And we say we get attitude problem with Sierra Leoneans there. The Badato will get low try for resolve will always say Rwanda na 2 tribes they. We were done in that country. They come together for let them develop their country. They all sit down to one for develop Rwanda. They not just left out to government. The citizens that come together for make Rwanda. But one thing and don't forget. Sierra Leone where Joseph gets, John not get. Joseph the vex because John not get. Where John get, Joseph the vex because John not get. John get. One person and one more for the get. No. Now so would they Sierra Leoneans there. One no more. For the people, one person always never forget, and it not go happen. So, Salona for all Sierra Leoneans, not for one person, not for one tribe, not for one political party, not for one region, not for no, but for every Sierra Leonean. So, if one person don't take in your and that it done that on that platform in the campaign say, now this are the do na agenda. Everybody gets your agenda. When I watch this person in agenda. At the end of the 5 years, if your agenda not go down well with the Sierra Leoneans, then we can use another motive. Every other person we get your way for buy, we fall around. And we pray to God, say, He go lead and this post in the Kanomo and Escoma do say certain things and they do very well in that country, regardless of every other thing. If Mara Biobaka, he do take 5 years, he must do a remarkable something in that country we say we go throw light on. If we never get her, what happens to go come? Instead, he must left something. We go left down the place, salon come to one. But we are not patient. Please.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Salon, una make you patient, una make you beer. How for do? Make up again, Tony to Jones. Make we waiting in get for say. Yes, Tony, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, just one for telling people the Kabo and Kusha, and thank you for the very excellent, contribution within the make. So this will one green, Mama Salo. Although yes, we get mixed feelings. Everybody gets to say belong or from the angle where they debate on. But I just want to say the reason why probably we compare we and Ghana, we and Rwanda, because we all during the we and Rwanda, because during the period of the First War, because I remember first time the war, and put together the war. I've seen our policies there. Then they make we compare we and Rwanda. We are not comparing Rwanda because they have two tribes, Tutsis and Tutsis. No, we are not looking at that. We are looking about policies, how we can able for, because if we say you inherit an economy, the battered economy, the worst economy, we are expecting you to spend based on which you meet, based on which you generate. But if you still just expand or they get more ministers or more, this is like, we all know political business in Africa, na business, where in the people that we help you support you, that they go for the position. And plenty people in the room, don't they cry really on the fence, they don't get jazzy for cancer, for company. So they try for great jobs for whatever. Either they qualify or they are not qualified. They just have to give them jobs because these were people so much nothing at the diaspora, life done the left arm. We just say, okay, why you shortcut for going power instead, begin get money, begin sponsor one political party if you say believe in one person, and then when they get power, they get position. We all know, that the people in the way they get position. Every previous government and this government, they were not doing anything at the diaspora. So they went there, they took big positions where they don't even get in how. And at the end of the day, they started blaming the permanent secretary, because the permanent secretary is more knowledgeable than them. I left that side. So that's the reason why most times we compare, because if we get a policy that we put in place, we will say, yes, what's our business? You understand? They need to follow up. It's just like what with the train right now with connectivity, internet connectivity in Asalo. The previous government, I remember vividly, this not so dense. There was a project just like how this government is compared right now on this project. There was a project where we understand Wako for provide water for Kenema. They don't do the job. That work they need to go on. Water for provide that Kamara some area. There was a good Chinese people, they woke up. There was another project again in Makin. Some of these projects, not that money normally coming for them projects. On a lot of millions of dollars and everything they coming. But we know they follow up. A lot of corruption. Just the putting affect fiber optic where the previous ministers with the parliament so right now Ibrahim Benkago eats money with an informal minister of information. Then Alpha Cancer himself finish the money with the fiber optic, still the optic, still effective. We make with the stream for make calls and salon use internet facility. We make use of the where you go salon, you stream for stream live from salon. These are the challenges that we have. People know they follow up projects. You understand? These are nice. They don't tell what they are used to. Say the development partner, they go put money, they go this, they go that. These things have been happening. Not so today will be there. You say development partner, they put money. But now the follow up. How effective are this most of these projects? There was some time, even the introduced fiber optic. The guy then the wall banger for Pula. They just they watch the normal like a film. Because the guy they embezzle everything, they eat everything. Nothing left. When you look at the money where they don't spend and the work completed, you will cry. So these are some of the things that we pray this government to the power. But make them actually, not only with one for your normal figures. Yes, nice hearing the figures. Because at the end of the day, we get to ask them questions based on those figures. But how can those figures transform lives? How can those figures transform. We can't say, oh, next 5 years. We get all every day. After 5, we need for transformation. It's not going to be overnight. But the policies of things the world is still not say, yes, at the end of the tunnel, there will be a light. Then just after while for this, way you talk about. Now, this job and whatever creation. When the minister come Boston, when the president come and come this Harvard program, the last year, I asked Swari a question. I say it's good empowering in school to focus on a focus on agenda on school, which is very good. It's very, very, very important because we all know how the educational system they dwindle down or they do push it in terms of it. But there are several questions you need for ask. Are the teachers who are the change agents? Who are the people that will impact knowledge? Are they paid well? Are they satisfied? We have to look things and know directly how would they spend money. We have to spend smart. You know, we have to spend smartly. If you empower the teacher and tell them, say, teacher for don't at school 8 o'clock, school bus know the teacher going to school. If you go to school, why private school they do well than government school? Because there are laws. From the day when you decide, say, if you're at school 8 o'clock, no story. I let know what you come up for go down St. Edwards or you go Albert Academy for go teach. 8 o'clock, if you don't at school, you know, say your salary is very good. If you mistake, you late, treated and write you off. There are more teachers that they will train every day. They produce. Another area where we ask the minister. We need to level manpower very weak. Somebody called from Germany when they raise that same concern. We need to level manpower very weak. There is no way we can transform Sierra Leone if we're not able to get the people there in the middle for let them be skilled. There are millions of youths, and we know so with population, the bulk of them, the majority are the youth them. We see them at their service, where they ride Okada, where this. I know this guy Okada business down. It's a very lucrative business, but it's a short term business. We talk about jobs that are sustainable. We need the government needs to focus their agenda and shift their go on the school, but then we go down to OIC. First time we get trade center with the train people. We got OIC with the train people that are about the land to ground for court skill, land people different trade skills. Come and look the demand for contractors right now. Understand? Look the demand for contractors the one we need now Sierra Leone right now. People in the build houses. A few workmen and they find the one you understand. The need for empower the youth. Empower in terms of empowerment, get a scheme. Not to say you get for force them, but when they must see a scheme, say if I enroll myself now OIC, government go pay and government go give me 100,000 every month. Within that period, and when you study done, when you don't learn done, you graduate. Within that period, whatever government spend on you, government say, okay, after we done, you don't get a job. We know, man, we go get we go to pay small, that 50% of the total cost of give back to government. So that scheme they go they roll out for other people and stuff we want to go to school. So it's a self-finance, or even though government go to make a budget, something for that project, but at least it's a self-finance. When it's like just like when they give grants in it. You understand? So there's a whole lot of things that we a nice the project was really nice, but as you say, we don't need for expand too much. We don't need for create too much. We don't get. We say, oh, we're not the export dollar, not the coming, we're not the this, we type as now. But when we check, they say, oh, I mean, they listen to the minister say, they need for expand because there's the deputy minister, Mamadi Gobe say, they need for split certain ministries because what's in it, they for concentrate, for this. How many sectors of state America get? Naya. Minister of Land. So therefore, the guy Minister of Land at each state. Now, policies, that's why they do the work. The minister is not doing the work. He gets a team of people that way they work with. You are just the sole head. You are just the supervisor. You do supervisory role. So there is no way me to see that a minister has to be make deputy minister, more deputy minister. No. Instead of bringing more deputy minister, try to cut costs, create committees or create team where we know say less because maintaining the deputy minister is far more expensive than when you get somebody with like junior man, you empower and say, Una manages area, manages projects, Una manages. We've worked in Sierra Leone. I know exactly what I'm saying about. Then creating ministerial position, it affects the budget. At the end of the day, the guys say, oh, meet the budget. It's like they use this like a national anthem. Now 2 years then they rock so. Now we know for the this. All the time, say that they don't 5 years. Now this no, and one thing I was glad the people of Salon they know why. The people of Salon, people if now done the APC for win the election. Because no money, no, we see what's happening at present. Need to share to give money this. The people don't know why. Now to excuse now result the people they want. It's not about excuse anymore. Now result the people they want. So nobody can tell me grammar. That's what grammar want for you. You know, the bread and butter. Even the judges suffer. When we just learn on 96.1, now bread and butter issue be there, but the bread and butter, the bread and butter, the bread and butter. People they listen to this, so whatever they look serious, they will can't just bread and butter for. But now it's not happening. We want to see policies. We want to see government engaging business people. We want to see government traveling to trend, scheme, project scheme, for empower the middle level power. Why is there not? SFPP always say they're a technocrat party, they're an elite party. I mean, I'm not scared. They're just like APC. Nothing not different. APC and SFPP, they're the same. Nothing not different. It's just like somebody they add compound name by name. But they're both parties are the same. Now they serve the entire power. They serve the pockets entire enriched. Somebody say they're not called corruption. They're not the commission of inquiry on there yet. So we don't know if they're the thief or they're not the thief. When they make an they tell almost million them together. Almost another they make. But that first one must assume they go there. They make money or they make. They continue. No. They got a motive why they're not telling. They're not telling no more. So nobody no consider they not find the issue of corruption. No. Because they're not only for commission of inquiry. Nobody not go around and audit them. You know what I mean? I'll take around it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tony Ture Jones from Boston. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Well, Tony don't lock the door for we. On the note we Usai Tony down. I think we all today, everybody don't can lay at table the aspect of the budget we then feel say them for touching. It's so long that I don't think say one program go do, but as we they go along, maybe at another time we go come back, make we can refresh our mind on the budget as Parliament they discuss them. Because you know say then go first na UU building, me at a conference, every ministry go talk what they want. Finance listen, all man listen. Then take note of waiting, then go give or waiting and no go give. Then they don't go in a parliament, they don't go there. Now, it left to the parliamentarians them for approve or not for approve and see waiting visible or waiting not visible. But what we are saying here is the bread and butter. For send and go down with the water. Because on the water side, now the numbers then, now that water side. Now, it really attracts me. And we are waiting Patrick, where Patrick called, he talk about the airlines them. And people them all talk about, or get one or two people that we talk about airline. Say the competition. Yes, the competition are one. But I still stand say, with all the time the women don't go salon, then go tell you say a follow-up flight. And indeed you go see them because waiting do, then combine salon and Liberia. Then combine. Before, then tell we say then we don't pull 30%. Now, and that 30% will not see. Say now they don't can now say then go. It's a promise. It's a promise, say then go try for pull the tax and this and that way for attract we for go back. Which is fine. But we want for see. We want for see. Yes, the other caller say, he say somebody we angry, I like them say wait small, the rest they dry. It go still grumble. Now because he don't tell the rest pots then a fire. If he don't tell that pot team up na the fire, definitely go grumble. But if them put the rest, you know say the time where the rest for tick for done. Then they tell and say just wait small. You know say it within the time frame. Definitely go say okay, that's fine. But when the rest don't see, if you say this rest, if you did dry knife or don't dry you, not to burn the rest the burn, And the thing here is, we need to tolerate one another. We need to have a conversation going on. Not so because we all are mortal man. So because this minister talks so, that means say not true. You know for question. Let's leave it to the president in his wisdom, and the president is unquestionable. Nobody asks the president question. Nobody questions the president. Nobody questions the president come when this reshuffle take place. Now begin again, now say, nobody questions the president. The president in his wisdom. The president can hire and fire. These are all the terms them where the previous administration be the usual. Remember where then give Samsumana the boot? Those are the words we were hearing. The president can hire and fire. So I don't know if na standard words them for the use, or it's just a jargon way we need for just succumb to say yes, this is how it is done. But definitely we need for ask question. Again, the planning and development minister, what he tell we say? He say, we for ask question. And make we dey take note. So that we go dey make reference. So that we go dey make reference. Take note so that when you feel say this thing in not the work, you go able to ask say, remember what you be tell you. So these are the things that way people say, you remember what you be say, you remember what you be say. We dey say we for patient, we get for wit. But like I can always say, the how for do and make we bear, that time they don't pass. That time they don't pass. How for do and make we bear, it don't pass. This time now, if you tell we say, now this you they can't do for we want to see it happen. And the saddest part about all this is that even if you they support this administration, also you see through, talk calm. It's not everything that we have to defend. You know, go tell me, say, for more this administration don't come na power. With all the days then take to today. Now everything is 100%. Even though you know say not to 100%, you are ready to defend everything. On this platform, when things happen way good, we dey talker. We dey open the phone line. Now the 10 and 9 and they say we dey get less calls. Now the 10 way they get less calls now. We something good way happen. But as long as he gets a little bit of politics inside him, we're all fired up. I don't know who can go take pill for this. Because it look like say myself I want for go let we go to line, let myself they take me own pay way month done. But as long as it's for the betterment of Sierra Leone, we have to tolerate one another. We have to tolerate one another. We get for listen and understand whose side the person they come out from. But because of politics don't so blind we can barely see. We can barely see. It's like somebody old white paper. If they tell you back say this na black, You self they see and say na white, but just because of Uda Ola, you say na black. Na so? Not so. How we want to make Salone better? When we say, let's talk about the budget. Talk about bread and butter. With all the support we support. Where people are going to market, then they ask you whose party you dey. The prices are one for everybody. Then they ask you whose party you dey. Then they ask you who I vote for. If market, no they ask for party before they sell you, then why you no go try for make yourself help make the market reflect on the cooking? We no need for just relax and say make you patient. Make you patient till stay. When? In the next how many years? Now 5 years mandate too. 5 years mandate. And we no one wait stay 1 year before election, we will see everything come to IW4B. That's a wickedness. That's a punishment. That's not fine. Because we no go wait last minute. We need a now. The government then they try? Definitely. Like I said, if you get opportunity, you listen to the president. I don't know. But if you listen to the president one-on-one, like he has a good heart, he has a good mind for help Sierra Leone. So we don't know if now they want the way they go tell them, because you know they able to see everything. If now they want the way they go tell her, now they tell them the wrong thing. For say, oh, the one that they talk about bread and butter, but not pay attention to them. Now just them opposition there, now they not pay attention to them. But we just hope, say, the president will not say he can listen. They say, I listening president, definitely can listen. But make he begin give interviews then inside the country. Make he begin talk to Sierra Leoneans them inside Sierra Leone. Whenever he has something to say, he has brilliant ideas the way they talk. They tell you like how he see him. But oh yeah, you know they address the people. The other time when they go launch a bread factory, he talk there. He talk fine. Now they say, not today the part for go talker. For go talker na men who side the post where they be en falaba, who side go yeri. He come back na France. He don't can talk fine. When they ask him the question about tolerance, the kind of violence where they happen, he talk good. You can only go talk here, but when you need to talk in a saloon, when you know they address the people in the country, the South South don't they now? We need for the area from you, sir. Let us say, we don't need middleman. I don't know if you don't take that there is a test where then he say, talk to this person. Talk like this. By the time where it reach to the 10th person, the message, either it dilutes, or they don't add sugar, or they don't add salt. Because everybody gets different way when they pass their message. Eh? So, but if the parent self come, he talk directly to Sierra Leoneans them. Trust me. People then go say yes. The president don't talk. But make you counter most thing. The president don't address Sierra Leoneans them inside salon. Eh? Or who say he don't invite the press, say, una kamba, una make who can talk today. Eh? But again, it's Sierra Leone. When the next election they come, you go see her. You go see everybody now they begin helter skelter, all the radio stations them. For talk with they don't do. But now one salon we get. And in we own time, we want to see how the better. 2020 budget, they don't learn. Fiscal policy for job creation and human capital. We go to observe and see how it go unfold. Now they lock today on program. And we go there back tomorrow. Inside this week, I did try for come with, remember, I be don't come with the Director General of the Civil Aviation. And I be promised and so go out and back. So now do I read this new one? You need for me to out and make who can talk now. Because we know say this year I don't done. We will suffer for buy the tickets, we don't done them. Next year they come. You remember the things they will be talking? You remember? About the bathroom. We don't know how far they don't go with them. For them, when they go drop people them. Bathroom not in a airport. Sometimes we no member which will be don't talk. Or sometimes if no member, we can remind them back. The thing they will be don't talk. If they be able to do anything towards that or na so no more. Or need for Kautam back. We go definitely try for Kautam. Just quick announcement before we go. Not forget to say, first week in January 2020, Sierra Network meet and greet. First week in January 2020, Sierra Network meet and greet na salon. And it's going to be organized by we, the people, not Skipuleo, not the other people in a Sierra Network who na no hear them voice with and they behind other things them. Now we, where they go from the diaspora. Now we, they agree saying how they meet and the agenda this for the day. Make we just meet and greet. I think we need that. Even one person himself want meet with the Sierra Network team, we go still appreciate that. Eh? And also, not forget to say, in January 2, that time they would go King George's home for the aged, for go do donation. And also, not forget again, say, just like we managed to say on Friday, say, we just didn't know on a free tongue. Hey, in January, February, we go to the provinces. And we need sponsors them. We already don't get people who we don't promise. Say them go sponsor. So we need sponsors them. And also the school project, if you still want to donate, contact me. We will really appreciate whatever you get for Guy. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. Triple say, tata.